in that second automation in Zapier, we still need to finish up this first one real quick. We need to name this Zapier. So we're going to rename this. We'll call this our test automation part 1. Okay, and I'm going to publish that, which means it is now running in the background. Okay, and that takes us to our next one. I'm actually going to shoot out to one I've already built, and we're just going to walk through this step by step, and we're going to do our main Zapier. So this is the automation that's actually going to create the transaction in QuickBooks, and it's going to attach our documentation inside of QuickBooks. So first thing we're going to do is we would start with a fresh one, but we're going to, this is our trigger. Our trigger is actually going to be starting with Airparser. Let's go ahead and click edit here so we can see a little more detail. In here we're going to tell it that we want to pull from this particular inbox. Again, I can see my list of inboxes if I click in here. So that's the correct one. I want to hit continue, and we're going to find new records. So we should have some from today. And there's one right there. Because we were testing those, it's not going to show those. So we're just going to pick one of these that I've already done. And I'm going to continue with the selected record. And then we have an issue. So the first issue we're going to have is, our goal here is to simplify the number of automations here. Can we get our automations down to just 2 for a multiple number of vendors? So in this instance, I have 4 different vendors. I have my ProWare, my Vimeo, I've got our Chamber of Commerce, and then I've got a product called Uncat. So there's 4 invoices that I have run through my Airparser. If I go back to it, you'll see there's my Chamber of Commerce, this I think is my Uncat, there's my Vimeo, and here's my ProWare. All of these are very, very different. Here's my Uncat. You can see what that layout looks like. You can see a Sanitary Chamber of Commerce. You can see what that looks like. All of these are very different from each other. So this is what the purpose of this iteration of our video series is. Can we get different types of documents? Can we get the same data off of it so that we can just use 2 automations? 1, to grab the email to read it, and 2, to process that information so that we can create a transaction out of that in QuickBooks. The issue that we run into when we're trying to do this is the names of the vendors. So here I've got ProWare, Vimeo, Slina, Chamber of Commerce, and let's see, you can see how it reads that information in here. Let's go to Chamber. You can see that it reads it completely correctly. Vimeo, you can see how it reads it. But the problem is that may not be the name of your vendor in QuickBooks. It may be, maybe it's Vimeo Inc., or it's ProWare Inc., or something like that. So this next step is going to be working with Microsoft Excel. And what we need to do is handle a specific situation where we're trying to create just one Zapier automation that can process multiple different vendors. And the issue that we're always going to run into is what the Airparser generates for the vendor name. Is it going to always match exactly the vendor name in our QuickBooks file? So let's take Vimeo for example. In Airparser, we're going to go find our Vimeo, our plus plan receipt, and it's going to say the vendor name is Vimeo, right? So in order for our automation to work properly, this has to exactly be the same as the name of the vendor in QuickBooks. So let's shoot out to QuickBooks. I've got Vimeo up. I've done a search here for all my Vimeos. I just have one. It's called Vimeo Plus. So that's a problem. Now, there's no way right now for the Zapier to come up with Vimeo Plus when the vendor name that it's being generated by Airparser is Vimeo. So we need a way to bridge that gap. And so this introduces a new concept called coefficient.